is like 6 fast food burgers in one. It tastes so authentic, I could open up my own Panda Express, man. I think you're gonna need a few of these. What is going on, guys? Will here, welcome to the video. We all have that food that we crave. We can't live without it. We think about it all the time. Sure, you can have it every day if you want to. It just makes the rest of your diet very hard to adhere to. So I asked you guys on Instagram to send me in your food cravings. I chose the most popular answers and I'm gonna try to recreate them healthier. So I only have time for a few today. So popular answers like ass and tacos will have to wait for another video, or you can subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Well, no.
So the first thing that we are making today is an obvious one. It's the good old-fashioned burger. Will, you're having a burger for breakfast. Dinner for breakfast is for men, breakfast for dinner is for boys, okay? So, you know, it's a very ubiquitous menu item. You can have it in a variety of ways. And, you know, the foundation of my relationship is eating Italian. So we're gonna make an Italian-style burger. So starting off with the patty, in the bowl right now, we have 12 ounces of extra lean ground beef and 4 ounces of turkey sausage. So even a flightless bird can bring this patty to another level. So this is the sausage I am using. So it's only 120 calories per link. So we just added 240 calories of turkey sausage and it adds a lot of flavor. So going into the patty, we are gonna be adding 1 whole egg, 3 tablespoons of some breadcrumbs. It's a good binding agent and adds a lot of flavor, and it brings a lot of moisture to the experience. 1, 2, 3, there we go. So typically you would add some like Parmesan cheese as another binding agent. That's what we're gonna do, but we're gonna use some Parmesan herb seasoning. It is 0 calories and it gives you the exact same flavor as actual Parmesan. So gonna go with 2 tablespoons of this. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of some ketchup. So I don't have sugar-free ketchup, but I would definitely recommend using that if you do. So 3 tablespoons of this. 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, it's a culinary rule. You gotta salt and pepper all of your food, so a little bit of salt. And for some freshness, we're gonna add some fresh parsley. Give it a quick dice. Add that right in, and now it's time for the fun part, to handle the meat with your hands. So get in there, get dirty with it, and we're gonna start to form the patty. So this would make maybe around 4 patties for a normal human being. For me, it's gonna make 2, because you know, a lot of people say, you know, it's not about the quantity, it's the quality. But for me, the quality is a lot about the quantity. Like I always say, if it's not girthy, it's not worthy. So we're gonna make sure these are big boys. This legit looks like a brain. So this is gonna take a while to cook. So meat is meat, it's the sauce we all stick our tongues out for. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make a sun-dried tomato basil aioli for the burger. I mean, a burger without aioli is like a massage without oil. Nothing's going down easy. So you're gonna go with a 1/4 cup of some low-fat mayonnaise. So I'm just gonna eyeball that. That looks to be about a 1/4 of a cup, with equal parts Greek yogurt. So just like a 16-year boy sneaking into a strip club, no surprise, we are sneaking in some Greek yogurt. So equal parts of that. It's just gonna give you some more volume to make it think it's just some more mayonnaise. Now what we're gonna do is add in 2 tablespoons of some sun-dried tomatoes that I diced up very finely, and some fresh basil. And then optional, I had some leftover fresh parsley, which I'm also gonna add right in. And again, the culinary rule, guys, salt and pepper. So a bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and we're gonna give it a mix. And that is the aioli for our beautiful Italian burger. Stomach is growling and it's time to assemble this monstrosity of a burger. So I have my toasted brioche buns, have a nice layer of our aioli right here. Holy crap. Okay, so the next component is some caramelized Roma tomatoes. So I diced 2 in half, sprayed it with a bit of nonstick, salt, pepper, and some Italian seasoning into the oven, 425 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, and they come out like this. So much flavor and sweetness in these. So we're gonna take 2 per burger, right on top, just like that. And then for some color, a little bit of some arugula for some pepperiness, right there. I don't know if I'm gonna unhinge my jaw for this bad boy. And then you gotta sauce it on both sides. It's the sign of a job well done. Another generous layer of the aioli. And then, boom. What the hell? Like, that is a burger. Don't tell me that's a fast food burger. This is like 6 fast food burgers in one. I think you're gonna need a few of these.
I think I am gonna need like a few of them. You gave me the big one too.
Yeah,
crazy.
big boy, big meat. So, yeah. So, I mean, Kofi loves burgers. This is the food that you crave, right?
I think if I like could eat one food until the end of my life, I think it'd be burgers. I think that's probably gonna be the one choice.
Okay. So that's why I made 2. I want to see if I get your approval. So let's go in.
Okay, let's do this.
You gotta smash it
Yeah,
down.
you
and...
definitely have to do like this one, especially this burger. Like this is like when your meal plan calls for 8 ounces of ground beef, and you decide to put in a burger. That's what it looks like.
Your hand is gonna be dripping. It's gonna be like back to high school again.
No, not the first time. You definitely taste the sausage in it.
I was gonna say, you get the sensation of a big beef patty, but then the sausage comes in, subtly says hello, what's up? I like it. And that sauce, I put that on so much.
Yeah, it gives you a bit of a tang. And I
enhanced.
hate things with mayo in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm gonna start to like this one amongst others.
That sauce has enhanced so much meat I've worked with. It's got me through so many hard times. No pun intended, but it's just gourmet in every way. For 650 calories.
This is actually really good.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say? If you eat this burger, it'll have you feeling like Arnold, not Ronald. So we have driven the savory train, so now it's time to get off and get onto the sweet train. So a very common food craving from you guys was the good old chocolate chip cookie. So it is inferior to a donut, but it does show us there's more to life than holes and ways in which you fill them. So it's still an elite dessert, don't get me wrong, but they do pack a ton of calories. Like the kitchen sink cookie at Panera Bread is like 800 calories and 44 grams of fat. I don't got time for that. I know you don't, so we're gonna recreate this at home and a lot healthier. So the first thing I did was took 1.5 tablespoons of coconut oil, melted it in the microwave. So coconut oil has a ton of flavor whose lubricant effects help cookies, amongst other things, go down a lot easier. So we're gonna add this into our bowl. And now it's time to work on the dry ingredients. So first thing we're gonna do is add 2 cups of almond flour. So I love almond flour. It adds a nuttiness and a richness and just adds kind of like a fattiness component, even though it's little calories. So 2 cups of that. 2 cups of flour are now in, so now it's time to add a 1/4 cup of tapioca flour. A very nice light flour, adds kind of like a binding, crunchy agent to it, so 1/4 cup. Good. And now we're gonna go in with a teaspoon of some baking powder. Now we're going with 1 teaspoon of some vanilla extract. 1, 2, and last but not least, before we make our dough and fill it with our delicious treats, we're gonna go with a 1/4 cup of nut milk of choice. So I'm going with the good old cashew milk. So the dough is done, and now it's time to put some chocolate chips in it. As many as you want, 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup. So just like my Saturday nights, we're gonna load it with some dark chocolate. 1/2 cup. There we go. Give it another mix, and then we're gonna add the pretzels once the cookie's actually formed onto the tray. So the cookies are assembled, so I have the oven preheating at 350 degrees, and we're gonna pop them in for 12 to 15 minutes and let them cool for a bit, and then we have some dessert, which is gonna be the pre-workout meal.
I think you always drink straight out of that.
I'm trying to be polite, we're at home.
Okay.
Never gonna add another nut to the party. See, it's soft. I like it soft. It doesn't always have to be hard. What do you think?
No comment?
No.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Zoom in here. Watch this. This texture. It is so gooey. And that saltiness of the pretzel when it hits your tongue, that is exciting to me.
I haven't had a bite of that. Should I just like go into the pretzel?
Mm-hmm.
I love pretzels actually.
Super set some cashew milk in. You don't like it?
I love it.
Are you just being devil's advocate here?
Yeah. That's like basically my job. That's all.
You're not boasting me. It's my video.
Okay. This is amazing. It's the best cookie I've ever had.
There we go. 10 out of 10. Okay guys, so we're at the gym right now, and to stick with the whole cravings theme of the day, for the workout today, we're gonna be using your exercise cravings that you had during quarantine when the gyms were closed. We're gonna be doing a full workout today, a full body workout with all of your favorite exercises. So the first one we were doing is from A_car120, and that's the hack squat. He truly missed the misery, so I'm gonna live that misery for you, buddy. Okay, so next exercise from Vutran71, the overhead press. So I'm gonna be doing a Smith machine press, unsupported on the back. Everything today, 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Next thing we're moving on to is the cable chest fly, which was actually the most popular answer out of all the entries of the day. I think because a lot of people have barbells and dumbbells at home, but not many people have an actual cable machine at home. So 3 sets, 12 to 15. Main compound movement for the back from Jimothy_Treno is the T-bar row. A staple compound movement for the back. Probably go a little bit lower reps, 3 sets, 10 to 12 for this. Oh my God, T-bar rows kill you. Okay, last exercise of the workout is from Andre, easy bar curls. And I'm pretty surprised that there were not many bicep entries. It was mostly heavy squats, squat PRs, deadlifts, and cable chest flies. Wonder why cable chest flies was such a big fan favorite, but squats and deadlifts, I'm proud of everybody, but I gotta get some curls in. Arms are lacking a little bit, so 3 sets, 12 to 15, and then we're gonna go back home and make some more food. Okay, guys, gonna wrap up the workout. I still feel the burger. It's like right here. So I had that at around 11:30. It's almost 4 right now, so 650 calories, but that thing has a lot of mileage. So, I mean, I can always eat, so let's go home and make some more food. Okay, so we are back from the gym, and it's time to make the post-workout meal. And the food craving a lot of you guys had was some good old Chinese food. I love Chinese food. It is my weakness. A lot of people go to church on Sunday. I go for dim sum. And one of my favorite dishes is General Tao Chicken with some Chinese noodles, and that's exactly what we're gonna make. So I have 16 ounces of chicken breast here, which I'm gonna dice up into bite-sized pieces. And then we're gonna toss that into a mixture here of 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper. And we're gonna let that sit for 15 minutes until this gets to room temperature. So the reason why we're actually tossing it in cornstarch is because once you put it on the pan with some oil, it's gonna have a little bit of a crunchiness and add texture to the chicken without actually frying it. So if you wanna have a fried-like consistency without actually deep frying it in a bunch of oil, add some cornstarch. Chicken is coated, it is rested, ready to go. The pan is preheated and getting ready for the chicken to go on. So once the chicken is cooked, we're gonna toss it into our homemade General Tao sauce. That is a lot less calories and a lot less sugar. So Asian sauces have a ton of sugar, so this is a great way to kind of cut it down. So in here, I have a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and take a look, guys. I actually just found some sugar-free ketchup in my kitchen. So we got a 1/4 cup of that in there. We then have 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 heap tablespoon of hoisin sauce, 4 teaspoons of brown sugar substitute. That's where you save a ton of the calories. And then 4 teaspoons of soy sauce. And you're gonna combine that. So once the chicken is cooked, we're gonna toss this in, add a little bit of a fresh scallion and some chili flake, which is optional. And that is our chicken dish. general Tao is complete. So obviously our chicken needs a side, so we're gonna make some lo mein. So usually lo mein is very complex, but this one's very lo maintenance. So I have some mushrooms, I have half a cup of carrots, half a cup of snap peas, a bell pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, sauteing away, and then I'm gonna add 8 ounces of some egg noodles to the pan. We're gonna let that get nice and cozy and combine that. And while that's cooking, we're gonna make a sauce for the noodles. So over here, we're making another sauce. I have the same bowl. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of some soy sauce. 1, 2. Now we're gonna go in with 2 teaspoons of a sugar substitute. So normally you'll add white sugar with normal Chinese cooking, but we're gonna be using some stevia for 0 calories. So we're gonna get 2 teaspoons. 1, 2, and then we're gonna go in with 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. You don't need a lot of this. It packs a massive punch, a lot of flavor in this stuff. So just 1 teaspoon. There we go. And then half a teaspoon to 1 full teaspoon of sriracha. If you like it spicy, go towards the 1 teaspoon side. So I'm going with 1 full teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. There we go. And then last but certainly not least, a pinch of some ground ginger, around half a teaspoon. And we're gonna mix that up. And this is like a little sauce to add to the noodle. So once this gets cooked, we're gonna add this and then plate it up, and then this is our dinner. You know, considering how often I handle wood, you think I'd be better handling chopsticks, but I really do suck. So time to send this to the Great Wall at the back of my throat. I gotta go with this chicken. My favorite thing in life. One of my favorite things in life is Chinese chicken. It tastes so authentic, I could open up my own Panda Express, man. That is real good. Now just some noodles. It tastes exactly like takeout. And you know, I've never been to the military, but I know what a good general tastes like. And this is top notch. If only I had an egg roll to accompany me, but I haven't been able to have an egg roll since that time. That Yao Ming. Last but certainly not least, the most popular cravings of the day was chocolate and cake. So we're gonna combine them together and make a chocolate cake. So I love cake. I love a cake that's moist, firm, full, you know, just the way I'd love a baked one. So I think I perfected this recipe, and in the bowl right now, we have 26 grams of PB2 mixed with some water into the consistency of actual peanut butter, and 1/4 cup of 0% non-fat Greek yogurt. And to that, we are gonna add 1 cup of some all-purpose flour. Okay, now we're gonna go in with 6 tablespoons of some cocoa powder unsweetened. 6 tablespoons. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. Salt. Baking soda. Now we're gonna go in with 3/4 cup of sweetener of your choice. Just don't use real sugar, a lot of calories, so any 0 calorie sweetener. So 3/4 cup sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but you don't even know what's there after. And now we're gonna go in with 2 teaspoons of some vanilla. And then last but not least, to get a little bit watery, we're gonna add 3/4 cup of water and 3. There you go. Okay, so I have my cake pan here, put some parchment paper at the bottom and sprayed it. So now we're gonna add our batter. I also have the oven preheating at 350 degrees. There we go. So now I'll give it a slam on the table. They get the air bubbles out, and now we're going into the oven. 350 degrees, 25 minutes. Okay, so the cake is in the oven, and now it's time to make the frosting. I got so many frostings in high school. People thought my name was Jack. Like Jack Frost. So we're gonna go in with 175 grams of Greek yogurt. Now we're gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. 1, 2, and then we're gonna go with 2 tablespoons of sweetener of your choice. 1, 2, and then 2 tablespoons of a sugar-free, fat-free chocolate jello pudding mix. And then last but not least, to help it all along, just a little dollop of some nut milk. And that is it. So that is gonna be the frosting for the chocolate cake. Oh baby, this has to be one of my best recipes of all time. If you could pick one recipe to try in this video, it has to be this. So it has sat for around 20 minutes, and now it's time to frost it. So I put this in the fridge to let it firm up even more. And you know, the last time I frosted a chocolate cake, I was partying with the Raptors after they won the championship. So, you know, we'll see how this goes today. Wrapping up the video exactly where we started, and this cake is so rich. I couldn't even wait to get onto camera to have my first bite, but here's my second bite. I've run my fork and tongue through many cakes in my day, and this one will always want me coming back for seconds. It is so good. You would never have guessed that the Greek yogurt is the frosting. Like literally the frosting is pretty much just Greek yogurt, water in the batter, PB2 yogurt. It's insanely good, insanely rich. Kofi had a bite. He was like, what the heck is going on, right?
Yeah, no, I feel like I've been lied to my whole life
He's
in terms
speechless.
of like I've had cake before. That cake is just, that's different.
So highly recommend trying this one out. Highly recommend trying all the ingredients out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you guys want to see another one of these, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.